afternoon. Welcome to stretch class. Today you will need a firm pillow or a pillow that maybe you can double up and create a higher level of firmness. You will need a belt or a stretch belt. You can also perform these stretches without either of these tools. They're just going to be extra that can be added to our stretch class today. We're going to go ahead and get started lying down on our back. If you're starting in a seated posture, roll back slowly and gradually rolling down. I'm going to go ahead and grab my pillow because we're going to start with kind of a reset and some breathing, so you can place that pillow long ways or you can place it horizontal across the back and head. I want you to take a couple moments here, focusing on taking some really nice deep breaths. If you just finished Kayla's class and you're just entering this for a nice stretch, take the time here to cool down, allowing your body just a little bit of a cool down. We will utilize those warm muscles in a moment. Shutting your thoughts down. Centering yourself on the mat. Your next breath, I want you to go ahead and walk the feet up to a bent knee. Walk your feet out wide to the outsides of your mat and begin to drop them to the left and to the right. Gently warming up the spine. You can allow your breath to work through this as well. I want you to pause on your next side, and I want you to really allow that inner leg, so the leg that's dropping towards the mat, across the midline of the body, I want you to allow it to sink closer to the floor. Maybe feeling that stretch a little bit here in the hip flexor. Big deep breath in, exhale that air out, slowly come back through the center, drop to the opposite side. Allow that left leg or that opposite leg to drop into the center of the mat. Let's take 2 more breaths there. Then I want you, if you're on your pillow, depending on how firm that pillow is, you may be able to comfortably bring those knees into the chest and create some space by rocking right to left. If your pillow is too firm, or depending on the placement, this may not feel comfortable on your head and back. So listen to your body. We're going to drop our left foot to the floor. Our right leg is going to go right above our hip. Take your belt or your towel and place it over the ball of your foot. Then drop your elbows towards the mat. Pull that tension in the belt, but I still want those elbows hanging beside the body. And then if you're comfortable, send that left leg straight out. Your toes should be pulling towards your forehead. And as you exhale, I want you to just kind of pull it in slightly. So feel that body give with that breath. Take your time. One more deep breath here. Go ahead and back off towards the hip. Grab the belt in your left hand. Right hand can come to the floor, right arm to the floor. You're going to inhale and exhale that leg just across the midline, keeping your right hip pushed into the mat. So we are not twisting all the way over yet. We're staying right here, crossing the midline of the body, foot is still flexed. You should feel this from the ankle all the way down to the hip. On your next exhalation, you can allow that leg to twist all the way over, opening up that spinal twist, still keeping that leg as straight as possible for you. Your sight should be looking over that right hand. You're breathing into that right shoulder, allowing that shoulder to sink towards the floor. One more breath here. Let's come back through the center. We're going to release the belt from that right foot. Let's place that right ankle over that left thigh. So right here may be where you choose to stay. You can stay right here without taking that lift. If you feel comfortable, lift that left leg up, grab onto that right thigh or right shin, and keep pulling that leg in. So we've got this active left leg. One more breath, and then cross that right leg over even further over that left thigh, moving a little deeper into that glute, and then drive the leg back. Oh my goodness. Set that left foot down on the floor. We're going to drop, keeping our legs just like this. So we have our legs still crossed, semi-crossed or half-crossed, however you want to see that. If you have knee soreness or meniscus pain, you want to go into this one really slow because your left knee may not be okay with you taking this kind of movement. We're going to drop both legs towards the right, applying pressure with that right thigh or with that right ankle on top of that left thigh. Our arms are in a T position to begin with. Taking a couple deep breaths here. We're stretching the front of this left thigh. If you're tight throughout your hip and your IT, you may feel this as well on the side. Go ahead and send that left arm up above the head, reaching up as you're applying that pressure with your right ankle over that left thigh. If this bothers your knees, you'll just stay at that center position where we began. If you're ready, come back across to the center. Uncross the legs. Walk the feet out wide, and let's do kind of a windshield wiper motion with those knees before we begin the left side. Grab your belt, left leg goes up, place that belt over the ball of the feet, send the right leg out, and begin your stretch. Again, as you exhale, pull that leg a little further past that comfort zone. Keeping your leg as straight as possible. Toes are bent towards your forehead. We're going to back out of the stretch just slightly. Grab onto both belts with the right hand. gluing that left hip into the mat across the midline of the body. Again, this is not our twist. This is just crossing the midline of the body, taking that stretch from the ankle all the way down to the left hip. Yeah, what's wrong, Rose? You come join me? You gonna come join me, love? All right. On your next exhalation, I want you to cross all the way over. You're gonna have to scooch. There you go. And fall into your twist. Keeping that leg nice and tight, pulling that belt up. Looking over that left arm. Try to keep the tension in the foot. So even though our leg is relaxed and across the body, I want you to pull up on those toes if you've kept the belt in this position. If you haven't, you've let go of the belt, feel free to relax the left knee. Release that leg, come back to center. Take that belt off. You're going to set that left ankle over that right thigh. Resting here for a moment. When you're ready, you're going to lift that leg up. Driving back with that right foot. One more breath here. As you exhale, begin to place that left foot, left shin over the right thigh even further, and then pulling that right leg towards your chest. Remember to drop the arms, let them relax and hang. Don't hold a lot of tension up through here. I catch myself bracing a little bit there. Send the right foot down to the floor, keeping the left foot over the right thigh. We are going to cross, dropping our legs to the left now. Arms can be in a T position to start with. Send your right arm up above your head. Still applying that pressure with that left leg on the left ankle on the right thigh. Slowly begin rolling back to center. Uncross the legs. We're going to stretch our legs straight out. Sending our arms overhead. Take a nice arch in that back. And release. Go back to center. We're going to roll ourselves up to a seated position. I'm going to suggest grabbing one leg and rolling yourself up that way, giving you some assistance. If you don't have a pillow here, I'm going to show you. Let's first go into child's pose, and we'll move on from there. So for child's pose, you may or may not want to use your pillow. Our hips are going to guide back. I'm going to walk my hands out on my pillow just to give me a little higher of a stretch through my lats, and then slowly drop the head down, forehead down to the mat. Your knees should be wide enough that you're allowing yourself room to sit back in those hips and allowing room for you to comfortably breathe in this position. If it feels uncomfortable for your neck and head, you can always move your pillow to give you a little more alignment with the neck and spine, if that's something that's uncomfortable for you. Again, I have my hands up on my pillow just to get a little more lengthening through my lats, as well as a little bit more stretch in my chest. I'm going to walk my hands over to the right side of my mat and then drop those hips back. Try to drop them back just a little bit further if you can. Really focus on, as you inhale and exhale, dropping that chest further towards the mat. Just giving into that space with your breath. Now walk your hands over to the left side now. Walking back to center. So this is where if you do not have a pillow or something that you can raise or rest the back of your arms on, you may want to skip this part and just stay in that forward child pose. I'm going to set the back of my arms, which is going to appear like my elbows, on my pillow. Then I'm going to drive back into that same child's pose and drop my head through my arms. I'm going to bring my palms together, spreading my fingers out, driving my thumbs into the lower base of my neck. And I just want you to relax. One more breath here. As you exhale, we'll release the arms. Walk on up to a seated position on the knees. Open up the chest. Open up the palms to the front of the room. Pulling the arms back. We'll start here with a small back bend. And then release forward. Come into cat-cow pose position. Wrists are directly beneath the shoulders. Take a moment here to take a couple movements through cat to cow. Going with your own breath. We're going to take the left hand and we're going to place it on the back of the head. We're going to open up. Look up nice and tall at that left elbow. We're going to bring it down across. Let it meet with that right arm. And then open up. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale as you bring that elbow towards the right arm. Try to exhale as you open up. And 1 more time. And release. Bring that arm down. Set back on those heels of your feet. If it feels comfortable to walk your hands back here, if your knees are okay with this, go ahead and come on back. Lift the pelvis up. Open that chest. We're getting a nice shoulder stretch as well as a slight chest opener here. Gently set the hips back down onto the feet. Come back on down to all fours. We are going to take our right hand, place it behind our head. Open that elbow up. As you bring that elbow down, bring it down across to that left arm. And open it. Pausing nice and slow there at the top. So when you're at the open position, and down. 1 more time right here. Bring those hands to the floor. Set back on your heels. We'll go 1 more stretch back. Hands reach back behind you. Lift that pelvis up, lifting through the chest. And send your hips down to your heels. Slowly, let's roll the shoulders right here. Set our pillow back on our mat. We're going to do 1 more stretch. That's going to be a pigeon stretch. Let's set up first with a right lunge. So let's bring our right foot forward. Pushing that left foot back behind. Take a nice opener here, lifting that right arm up. So we're twisting to the front knee. If you want to bind, you can bring that right hand back behind. Minnie says hello. It's been a while. All right. From this side, let's go ahead and sit up into our pigeon pose. I have my pillow set up in front of me for a particular reason because I want to plan on going down. So, setting that right foot in front for pigeon. I'm going to set my pillow up in front of me so I can use it to completely relax on. If you know that you can go to the mat and completely sink and melt into the mat, go there. If you feel like even your pillow is going to be a little too far to begin with, stay here at the top or stay on the forearms on your pillow. So we'll slowly move through these. You transition at your own time. You want to make sure you stay in those hips and stay in the stretch. With the shifting of coming towards the floor, sometimes we shift back into one side or the other and we come out at intense stretch. So the idea is to stay with that intense stretch. We're going to stay here for maybe 3 to 4 breaths. So take your time. best for you. One more breath right here, though. Now, if you're already laid out on the mat, try taking the hands out further in front of you for a more lengthening stretch. One more breath in this position. Let's walk ourselves up to our forearms if you were completely laid upon your pillow or your mat. And then begin to walk up to the hands. And let's untop that leg. Let's send it straight back behind. Toes are curled. Kind of rock up on those toes, sending that blood flow right back into that leg. We're going to send our left foot out in front, setting up for a nice lengthening lunge on this side. Take your twist when you're ready. Drop that hand behind you, opening up the chest, a little chest opener there. Release. Go ahead and set that left foot up in front for pigeon pose. Crossing the body, sending the back leg up, getting into this position, and starting out where you feel comfortable, whether it's on the forearms, stair stepping your progression, whatever that may be. One more breath here before we reach our arms further forward in front of us. When you're ready, begin reaching those fingertips forward on the floor, or even if you're in the upright position. One more breath right here. Begin walking those hands up into elbows first. Walk it on up into hands. When you're ready, roll back onto seated position. From our seated position, you want to cross your ankles, or you can be set with the easy crisscross. If you find that you're still pretty tight in the hips and you're not comfortable in the seated position, take your pillow and just scoot it under your sit bones. That right there places that pelvis slightly forward and takes that strain out of the hip. From here, I just want to take a couple moments of breath, shutting down the eyes, allowing those shoulders to melt away from your ears. Begin to lower your left ear towards your left shoulder. Once you get into that position, push that right shoulder further away from that ear. You should feel that nice long stretch on the right side of the neck. Slowly move back to center, taking that right ear towards the right shoulder, and then again, driving that left shoulder and elbow down towards your head. inside your body. And you're really inhale those arms up. Bring your hands together. Lower to heart center. From my heart to yours. Thank you for joining me for stretch.